From Camp KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us on this Wednesday, April 7th. I'm Neil Fischer. We're halfway through your work week. Hope you had a great day yesterday. I know I did. I took full advantage of the weather. I went and played some pickleball, went on a little run up to Columbia Point, down back to Howard Amon Park. So let's check in first with Chief Meteorologist Kristin Walsh. Kristin, are we going to have the luxury again today?
First half of the day today, we're going to see some sunny conditions, but then we're going to see those changes building in the second half of the day. So let's get you started first with that live look. Legends Skycam Network there in downtown Yakima. And starting off with light winds around our area and with a clear sky. It is still a bit of a chilly start, but our winds really not picking up just yet. So we're at 6-mile-per-hour winds in the Tri-Cities, and 8-mile-per-hour wind there in Yakima. And temperatures right now starting off chilly. 39 in the Tri-Cities, 48 Walla Walla. Hermiston for you're at 45, and then 32 degrees in Yakima. So we will start to see increasing clouds. There's that system moving in to the northwest right now into Seattle, starting to see a few rain showers there. So we will start to see, again, those clouds building in, winds picking up, 65 at lunchtime, 68 for your afternoon high. So how long will these winds stick around? What does that weekend have in store for us? I'll have your full forecast, Neil. It's all coming up.
All right, thank you, Kristin. New this morning in Kennewick, detectives are investigating a drive-by shooting after a gunman opened fire yesterday afternoon. The shooting happened at 6 p.m. in the area of Tweet and Hood Avenue. Police say a gunman in a car opened fire and struck a parked car on North Tweet Street. No one was hurt in the shooting. Pasco police have since found the suspected car that was involved in the shooting, but no description of a suspect has been released. If you know anything about yesterday's incident, please contact dispatch. And we have an update this morning. Police in Kennewick have arrested the man suspected in a drive-by shooting at Columbia Center Mall just over a month ago. Police say someone shot at a car in the mall parking lot March 5th. Nobody reported any injuries at the time, and the shooter got away. Kennewick investigators worked with the U.S. Marshals Task Force to identify the 33-year-old suspect, and they arrested him near 395 and West Kennewick Avenue yesterday. New police body camera video has revealed more details from the night the Pierce County Sheriff called for backup in what turned out to be a newspaper carrier in his neighborhood. Cedric Altheimer told the Seattle Times Pierce County Sheriff Ed Troyer racially profiled him for being black during his newspaper route in Tacoma this past January, and also accused Troyer of lying to dispatchers about their encounter. Troyer's call for backup also drew a massive law enforcement response, but Altheimer was never arrested.
Hey, it's Troyer. I caught someone in my driveway who's just threatened to kill me.
Since then, Troyer's recanted this part of the story, but is now facing mounting calls for his resignation and also an independent investigation. The Pierce County Council has now pushed ahead to bring on former U.S. Attorney Brian Moran to figure out exactly what happened. The council says the investigator will make the findings public, but will not be responsible for any disciplinary action.
What I want to make sure that, because we're dealing with an elected office, is that there's no perception that political games are being played here.
Officer Troyer says he welcomes the investigation and that he did nothing wrong. The Washington State Senate has approved a measure restricting certain police tactics and gear, including the use of neck restraints and tear gas. Majority Democrats pushed the bill through on a 27-22 vote last night over the objections of Republicans who warned it would endanger officers and the public alike. The measure would allow the use of tear gas only in response to riots in jails or prisons, or to deal with barricaded subjects or hostage situations. It also bans chokeholds and neck restraints and limits high-speed pursuits. The House will weigh the changes made in the Senate. During the pandemic, many organizations have stepped up to serve the community, whether that's financial help, transportation, or food. Our Madeline Hagan hears how a local kitchen is not only helping out locals, but also serving those who dish up the meals.
Inside the federal building in downtown Richland, a window of opportunity for people interested in culinary arts.
How much I love cooking, I would say like 100%. My heart goes up wild.
In a good way though, right?
In a good way.
Alexander Peterson is one of the many students who've gone through Columbia Industries Opportunity Kitchen, a 12-week food service training program for people who could be facing employment barriers such as intellectual disabilities.
Whether it's incarceration, a single mom, surviving domestic violence.
Jessica Sagdahl teaches the life skills portion of the program.
We teach them things like interviewing skills, resume building, or how to move forward past their past.
Then students move on to the kitchen with Chef Derek Smith.
Helping them understand how the kitchen flows, what the expectations are day to day with what we're trying to produce.
Oh, Chef Derek is an amazing chef and his crew.
During the pandemic, the benefit from Opportunity Kitchen was twofold. Students tested their cooking skills while whipping up free meals for those in need throughout the Tri-Cities.
Kind of feel happy, like the people need food.
Just making certain that good hot meals are provided to the community has been an essential part of what we do.
Staff say many of the students either continue to work with Opportunity Kitchen or are hired by local restaurants.
It is for them. And maybe they have a few more things that they have to overcome on a daily basis, but that doesn't eliminate them from having a successful life.
Opportunity Kitchen already started their newest class, but you can stay up to date on their Facebook page or website for more information on their next 12-week program. At 5:06, let's take a quick break here on Good Morning Northwest. Before we do, Kristin, nice morning.
Yeah, not a bad start this morning. We're going to see those winds picking up, though, as we take you throughout the day today. Talking more on those gusty winds and how long they're expected to stick around. Your forecast is coming up.
Plus, we're taking a look at Starbucks' newest program aimed at helping the environment. Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Starbucks is trying something new to cut back on single-use cups. The coffee giant abandoned its long-standing practice of encouraging customers to bring in their own cups among safety concerns at the start of the pandemic. Now the company is using Earth Month to launch a new idea. Its Borrow a Cup program allows customers to use a reusable cup for a $1 deposit. When the cup is returned, they get that deposit back plus 10 rewards points. The cup is then professionally sterilized so it can be used again. Starbucks says each reusable cup replaces 30 disposable cups. Right now, the program is only available in 5 Seattle locations and runs through the end of May. And speaking of Starbucks, a new addition is proving to be a little too popular. The coffee giant recently added oat milk to its menu. Now, a month later, some Starbucks oat milk fans say they've found themselves unable to order their new favorite drinks. Starbucks says some locations were out of oat milk, but they didn't specify how widespread the problem was. The company is now attributing the shortage to the popularity of specific beverages, but noted that some drinks launched this spring have been resonating with customers. Starbucks has leaned into its oat milk lineup as consumer demand for plant-based milk alternatives continues to grow. Coming up on Good Morning Northwest, we'll show you how the community is mourning a local firefighter who lost his life to COVID-19. Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Dozens gathered in Prosser yesterday to honor a fallen firefighter who spent over a decade volunteering in our area and lost his life to COVID-19. KEPKV's Ellie Nakamoto White shares the impact he had on the community.
Mourners gathering to honor Luis Lopez, a firefighter who spent more than 12 years volunteering with the West Benton Fire Rescue and the Franklin County Fire District 1. He passed away on March 27th to complications from COVID-19. A procession held in his honor brought dozens of cars and trucks to Sacred Heart in Prosser. Friends and family say he frequented public education events and parades, even taking on the role of Santa Claus during the annual holiday tour. And officials say firefighter Lopez responded to over 1,600 emergencies while logging over 700 hours of training. Lopez is survived by his wife and children, but his legacy will continue to live on. In Prosser, Ellie Nakamoto White, KEPKV Local News.
The governors of North Dakota and now Wisconsin have both declared states of emergency because of wildfires. Wisconsin has seen nearly 350 fires so far this year, all across the state. But those fires have already burned more than 1,400 acres. Last year, the state lost around 1,600 acres total to wildfires. The New York Times reports Wisconsin is expecting a longer fire season than usual because snow melted early this year. Here in Washington, the state legislature is still working on a huge wildfire prevention bill that would spend tens of millions of dollars every year on preventing wildfires when we can and getting them under control faster when we can't. This week, DNR Commissioner Hilly Franz visited Wenatchee to talk about a new program called Wildfire Ready Neighbors. The goal is to get entire communities working on making defensible spaces, just like you would around your home by cleaning up dead leaves and dry brush.
Now, Cap gave you First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Kristin Walls. Sponsored by Click It RV Tri-Cities.
We certainly had a beautiful day yesterday, nothing but sun. We hit 70 degrees yesterday afternoon. We're going to have a few changes out there today with the frontal system that's going to be working through. So a live look right now, downtown Yakima. Pretty quiet start for you. Sunrise today at 6:24. So we're starting off with those light winds around the area. 6-mile-per-hour wind Tri-Cities, an 8-mile-per-hour wind there in Walla Walla. But as we switch over to Futurecast, we're going to have these winds with us over the next couple of days. So here's Futurecast again later on this afternoon into the evening. Some of these wind gusts 25 to 35 miles per hour. And it will stay a bit breezy as well on Thursday. This is Thursday morning early on and then even towards the afternoon. Still keeping those winds with us. Unfortunately, as we look to Friday and Saturday, we're going to continue to have more of the same with those winds sticking around as we head into the upcoming weekend. Now, temperatures early this morning, we're starting off at 33 in Connell. Tri-Cities are at 39. Walla Walla in the upper 40s with 35 in Prosser, and then down to that freezing mark for Yakima, you're at 32 degrees. Allergy forecast, there's that high tree pollen. We're still looking at alder, ash, and birch. That'll be the main pollens out there for today. So as far as what we're going to see to the sky cover, clouds will slowly start to build in today. Pretty quiet start early this morning, so we should have a lot of sunshine, but we're also looking at the snow to develop up into the mountains and the Cascades. So winter weather advisory, that is expected to start at 8 p.m. this evening through 9 a.m. on Thursday, so above 2,000 feet. So this will impact Snoqualmie Pass. Could be picking up anywhere between 4 to 11 inches of snowfall there. So again, that winter weather advisory there could impact travel if you do plan on traveling in that direction. So there's that front. This is again going to bring us those increasing clouds. We have those rain showers that are moving into Seattle early this morning. So give me a closer look. We're not really expecting much as far as wet weather goes with the system, but again, those clouds will slowly start to work in here. So there's 4 o'clock this afternoon, turning mostly cloudy. We could have just a slight chance for maybe a stray shower overnight tonight with a lot of the cloud cover, but back to a mostly sunny sky for your Thursday. Still going to be a bit breezy. Winds on Thursday could be between 20 to 25 miles per hour. And then even for your Friday, we'll have just a few high clouds here or there, but a lot more sun is back in the forecast, and it's still going to stay just a bit breezy as well for your Friday. So highs out there today, we're going to jump up to 47 in Cle Elum with 61 degrees in Yakima. 66 today in Hermiston, upper 60s there in the Tri-Cities with 65 in Prosser. 65 as well for Walla Walla and Pendleton today with a high of 64. So breezy with a stray shower overnight tonight. Numbers tonight dipping down into the 30s and low 40s. So your 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities, mostly sunny Thursday and Friday. Those temperatures will slowly start to drop. Our coolest day on Saturday at 57. And back to plenty of sunshine next week. Nice warm up with 73 next Tuesday. And then your 7-day forecast for Yakima. We're going to also see a bit of a cool down as those winds pick up. 58 Thursday and then a mostly sunny sky Friday and up to 61.
All right, thank you, Kristin. At 5:20, we're going to take a quick break here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up next, we're talking about why Dr. Fauci is now saying kids are spreading COVID-19 more when playing sports than in classrooms. Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Dr. Anthony Fauci says COVID-19 is spreading among children in team sports environments more than in classrooms. Speaking to Good Morning America Tuesday, Fauci said when you track cases in schools, they frequently come from sports. He explained that's because kids on sports teams are spending long periods of time together. Masks are also not frequently worn while playing sports. Fauci made the statement while discussing COVID variants that are now infecting younger people. And check this out at 5:24. Cheers to beer. Today is National Beer Day. Whether your choice of beer is on the lighter side or a hoppy IPA, today is a day to raise a glass of your favorite pint. National Beer Day is on April 7th because in 1933, the Colin-Harrison Act went into law. The The measure made the selling of low alcoholic beverages like beer and wine in the United States legal again. And for the first time in more than a decade, Americans could step outside and enjoy a brew to celebrate.
If you had to pick a beer, which one would you go towards? Are you an IPA fan?
No. I'm from St. Louis, so anything Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light,
Okay.
Budweiser,
So I'm not an
Michelob
IPA
Ultra
fan either, but of course this region
is
very known for it.
populated,
If I
yes.
had to go for a beer, I'd pick a sour beer.
Oh, wow, that's different.
Yep.
Huh.
My favorite.
Hope you guys can celebrate today.
All right, Good Morning Northwest is giving you a chance to win 2 tickets to see Dressing the Abbey, the iconic costumes of Downton Abbey at the Northwest Museum of Arts and Culture in Spokane. The costumes of the iconic show are on display now through May 2nd. To enter, click on contest at yaktrinews.com by Friday.
Coming up on Good Morning Northwest, the second gentleman, Vice President Harris's husband, Doug Emhoff, stopped in Yakima yesterday. We'll hear his call to action for locals. Plus, hear why Yakima police had to help shut down the federal courthouse and several other buildings while the second gentleman was just a few blocks away.
And at 5:25, pretty quiet start this morning. Winds are going to be picking up today, clouds building in as well. More details on the changes you can expect for your Wednesday. It's all coming up.